Some people will accuse you of using anointing oil to cook. How can Hello, welcome to this episode of Real Freedom. On this episode, I want to talk about olive oil, and I will show some videos, some clips after this where I show the olive tree and the ones that are already plucked, the fruit that is ready to be used for oil, and how the oil is cooked, and sometimes they press it raw. The extra virgin is fresh olive, and sometimes they cook it and extract the oil the traditional way at home. So all this oil you are seeing here is different from the one at the supermarket. They are more like times 3 expensive. Like this bottle is 1 liter, it costs 10 euros. Locally, it's locally made around this environment. So maybe if you take it to another side, it could cost like double of this amount. So this is original oil. You can see the keg has no label. There are two. These 4 are from 2 different farmers. So they have different. They are from different area, and they are both from the producer, the farmers who extract and sell it locally without taking it to the supermarket. So just like the way we do it in Africa, palm oil, we can make it locally and we sell, while some people make the industrial ones that you see everywhere, yet most of them don't even have label. But normally every oil has label and the number, the security number to show that they have permission. But those are local stuff. They don't even have permission, the security number. They are not doing it as business. They make it for themselves. They use the opportunity to sell it. Also, you can sell your fruit from your farm. If you live around farmers, you don't need to go to the shopping malls to buy your fruit. You buy them direct from the people that produce them, the farmers. You can go to the farm to take some. If you need some raw olive fruit, you can get them here. There is a price for a basket. I think it's about 27 euros for one or few baskets. It's quite cheap than going to other places because this is the farm where they farm it. One other thing is that in this area where I am, they have the best olive oil around. Like the one in other region, I know one other region, the oil is fat. It's a fatty oil. So this one is more healthy, So I want to talk about it because some people believe that olive oil is from somewhere, maybe from Israel or whatever. It's a spiritual oil and so on. Anointing oil, because people will accuse you of cooking with anointing oil, which is not true. So this is what I want to talk about today. This is olive plantation around the neighborhood where I am. I just want to show you that olives are tree like any other tree. Just the way you pluck other tree, fruit and produce something with them. The same way olive is done. And there are farmers who specifically do this. And why some focus on vineyards. So around this neighborhood, we have a lot of fruits and so on, but the 2 most important ones here, they are olive and grapes, which is what they call vineyard. You hear about it in the Bible. The vineyard is the place where they plant grapes that they use to produce wine. So they have it here, and we always see that olive and grapes are neighbors. The people doing this kind of business can be doing it together or separately. So this is it. So this is olive oil. This olive oil, we have 4 gallons here, and one is already like half. They are 5 liters each. they don't have label because they are direct from the farmers. They sell them locally. After you produce your oil, you have the right to sell few of them, and some use the opportunity. Some have a label, some are registered to sell, some are not. And another thing I notice in this area is this: they do trade by barter, where you give your, some people have vineyards, so they are together. Vineyards and olive plantation are somehow together. They will share. The one that make wine from the vineyard, they will give to the one that has the olive farm to give oil. They exchange wine for oil. And some also exchange chicken or rabbit for fish and other things. What you have, you give that. They still do it in Europe. I don't know if we are still doing this in Africa. I remember those days, my mom used to go to places that she used some material like what we call gari to exchange fish from that particular area, and she can even use it to exchange cashew seed. She used to buy cashew seed. So sometimes the people don't need money, they need to take another thing to exchange with that stuff that you need. They don't want money, but they exchange it. So I'm talking about olive oil today because most of the time people mistake it, or maybe they are wrong informed about the olive oil, that is a sacred oil or spiritual oil, anointing oil. No, olive oil is a traditional oil that the European use to cook. You can see this bottle is just a neutral bottle you get from the supermarket, so it's not a oil from the store produced in the factory to put. This is locally produced for the people around here. They can actually point the compound where this oil come from, So olive oil is a normal oil, that everyday oil in the kitchen. I use it to cook every day. You fry egg with it, you cook soup with it, whatever. Another thing is that if you are from Africa, you like palm oil. There is a way you mix this oil with the tomatoes, and it will turn red for you to prepare something that needs to have such color, to feel like you are using palm oil. So olive oil is just like palm oil in Africa. It's not sacred, it's not spiritual oil. So it's just ordinary cooking oil. So this is what I want to talk about. So now I take you along to see some of the plantation around here, small. That is the garden back of people's house, front of people's house. I'm not taking you to the place where they have the vineyards that are attached. You will see plantation, the old place, kilometers, acres of land, thousands plus of trees of olive. So it's a normal thing here. Almost every compound there is an olive tree. So there is nothing spiritual about it. We just decided to choose it. For example, in my church, we use the wine, the real wine, as the wine that Jesus Christ used, because wine is an everyday stuff here. So there is no big deal about it. And you will see the way they fermented those things, and it looks simple, like what happened somewhere if something happened somewhere a few days ago, you find out that these people make those things. They make their own locally, they sell among themselves, they are exchange, they give out. There is another thing, like right here in back of this house, they have a lot of fig trees, the trees that Jesus cursed, you remember? Yes, they have it here. You just go to the compound. They taste really sweet, so I can't really eat them. So we have them here too. We have all sorts of fruits around here. So olive oil is another fruit that is cultivated in Europe, especially the central of Europe. So there is nothing spiritual about olive oil, just an oil you use to cook. Very nice.